Okay, hello you beautiful people. Welcome back. In this update, we're gonna check out Ondo's price chart, see what is going on in the short term. But real quick, I want to talk about this very important news, which suggests that Ondo Global Markets reached to $1 billion in total value locked. And guess what? All of this actually happened in only 8 months, which is a first for any tokenized stocks platform in history. And to put that pace in perspective, you should note that TVL has doubled just since January of 2026, growing faster than, very important point, stablecoins did at the same stage. And this, my friends, is absolutely insane when you consider the fact that stablecoins had no regulatory friction, and Ondo is pulling this off in one of the most heavily regulated asset classes in the whole finance. Now, what makes this milestone, I would say, generally different from the other $1 billion headlines in the crypto space is what actually sitting behind that number. You see, tokenized equities are not really like a stablecoins or DeFi yield products. They require broker-dealer custody, securities law compliance, real-time price feeds, and regulatory approval across multiple jurisdictions. Ondo here has already secured approval to offer tokenized stocks and ETFs across 30 European countries, covering over 500 million potential investors, and their assets were actually the first tokenized securities admitted for trading in Abu Dhabi Global Markets. And also on top of that, Ondo has confidentially filed a registration statement with the SEC, and if this is going to get approved, it would make them the first issuer of transferable tokenized stocks subject to SEC reporting requirements. And that is a massive potential unlock for hundreds of millions of United States retail investors who currently cannot access this at all. Now, as my final point, let's talk a little bit about the distribution side, because I think the story in here is just as important. You see, Binance, MetaMask, BitGet, Blockchain.com, these are platforms that hundreds of millions of people use every single day, and they are all plugged into Ondo's ecosystem. Also, Franklin Templeton, which is a $1.5 trillion asset manager, recently partnered with Ondo to tokenize 5 of its ETFs, and that kind of partnership, I believe me when I tell you, doesn't really happen unless TradFi institutions are seeing Ondo as the infrastructure layer that they need. And with over 70% market share among tokenized equity issuers, Ondo is already the dominant player in a category that even at $1 billion is still a rounding error compared to the $100 trillion plus global equity market. So $1 billion, definitely nice, great achievement, especially when you consider the timeline and how long did it take for them to get there. But based on the scale of the market, I think we can safely say the skies are the limit for Ondo. So overall, I think fundamental wise in Ondo, we are fully on the right direction, and we are going to see the effects of this in the mid to long term. Now, let's go on the live chart and see what is going on in like very short term. Okay, here we are on the live chart, and if you remember the last time that we talked about Ondo, specifically, we just hit the higher band of this very important cluster of resistance areas, which is from daily and weekly, and I think it was also from monthly at the same time, but let's just say daily and weekly time frame. And we said, look, expecting a rather strong continuation of this move in order to instantly reclaim this level. By that, we said we mean going above it, do a pullback, and then have yet another great continuation of the move up. Maybe it's a little bit unrealistic. That's why you should expect some sort of a reaction, maybe an outright rejection from this very important level. And as you can see, yep, we did get our move on the downside. Now, what is happening in the short term? I'm going to entertain two different counts. Scenario number one is bullish. The other one, unfortunately, is a bit pessimistic. And you know what? In the interest of not getting your hopes up, let's talk about the pessimistic count. That one suggests on a higher degree, from the highest high, we are having a 5-wave down, which in terms of the sub waves, we're going to have 5 down into 1, 3, and 5. Okay, and for wave 2 and 4, we can consider different counts. Let's say sure, ABC 4 wave 4, and maybe like a WXY 4 wave 2. Now, let's go on the live chart and see what is going on like very short term. And by the way, this is on those charts in 15-minute time frame, and it's very important to note in my own time I rarely go on such lower time frames. Okay, I'm just doing this for the sake of educational purposes. Now, what do you have off of the highs? I believe this is to about this point a wave 1, correction for 2, another move down into wave 3, probably ABC for 4, and then 1 2 3 4 5 wave down into 5, followed by that what's happening. I believe this might be, yeah, probably a WXY in form of a double zigzag, since in this initial move up I'm thinking this is probably just an ABC. And then what is going on in this area? I believe this is 1, this is wave 2, another good move down into wave 3, correction for 4, and maybe, by the way, I have checked it already, this point as opposed to this one is actually the highest side, so maybe this is 1, this is 2, and then wave 3, correction for 4, some sort of a flatter structure, and then another move on the downside into our wave 5. And if the bearish count is happening, this move down in Ondo might be a rather strong one in order to complete the sub waves for a 1 2 3, and what's next, maybe some sort of a bounce, but that's just gonna be it, a temporary bounce into wave 4 and then another move down into wave 5 in order to do what? Okay, you're not gonna like this, in order to set new lows and take the lowest low, which if I just go on H4 time frame, it's right in here about 20 cents area. Now, question, is this thing at the moment my primary case? I'm gonna say no, but here's the deal. Also, the bullish scenario is not really my primary one either. Basically, at the moment, I believe we should just set this one out and let the structure play out, and then we can have a discussion, a solid one, about what might be the next likely move in Ondo. And I do believe a lot actually depends on whether we are going to get a break of this level or not. Now, according to an optimistic scenario in Ondo, we're just having a corrective movement down in form of a zigzag, which in terms of the sub waves, 5 down into a correction for B, let's call it an ABC. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. And then another 5 down. Now, let's go on the live chart, maybe back to 15-minute time frame again. Okay, so we said this is 5 wave down, this is correction up, this can be yet another 5 wave, but okay, how about, as opposed to considering it as like a 1 2 3 4 5 on a higher degree, maybe just an A B C zigzag structure? Now, if this scenario is happening, number one, if we are going to have another move down in here, our move down shouldn't really be that much of a strong move. And number two, from this level in Ondo, you have to see, very important point, you have to see a rather strong bounce back in form of what? You know it, a 1 2 3 4 5, basically a good move without a lot of overlapping of the waves. If we get something like this, at that point, we still, guess what, need to be a bit patient and wait for the next move down and see, is this thing a pullback or not? If it is, then okay, maybe in here we're gonna be a bit optimistic and argue, yep, another move up is coming. Is this thing gonna be a long opportunity though? Absolutely not, since again we are around this very important region. Now, as my final point, in Ondo, I think if you like classic TA, meaning support and resistances, basically you can forget all this and watch a very important, dare I say, maybe some sort of a support area, but I'm gonna say right now it hasn't really confirmed itself as a bit of a support. So let's consider it still as some sort of a neutral region between, I think it was 34.5 right in here to about 36.5 cents area, and this is actually a short-term region from weekly and daily time frame at the same time again, and the importance of this thing are twofold. Number one, if we get a break of this level, at that point, odds are we may end up having some sort of an overlapping of the waves with this move on the downside, and that's going to weaken the odds of the bullish possibility a whole lot. And number two, God forbid, if we get a break of this level, unfortunately, because under it, we really do not have a whole lot of strong support in here, well, our move down at that point is just going to continue, and we are going to once again visit the lows all the way down here about maybe 26-27 cents area, and that's going to be like the bare minimum first target. So for now in Ondo, what you want to see is, number one, not a break of this level and going back under it. Number two, you want to see a rather strong bounce in here in form of a 1 2 3 4 5 followed by some sort of a slow. If we see this, then okay, we're gonna make new updates and talk about what might be the next move. At the moment, well, like it or not, there isn't really a whole lot that we are able to do in on those charts. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what's going on in here. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.